More locations to check out Model 3, an old U.S. tax credit returns, we have some incoming software updates, and Tesla renews the battle in Connecticut. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 361 for February 12, 2018. We start the week off with a quick look at the new places to check out Model 3. Electrek lets us know that Tesla has expanded its store locations containing Model 3 demo cars into Chicago at the Gold Coast store and to Bellevue, Washington. In addition to this, if you're a Canadian listener near Toronto, Model 3 Owners Club reports that you can find Model 3 at the Canadian International Auto Show this week. So, if you've still yet to have been able to see one in person, you've got a couple shots at doing so. Electrek also lets us know that a little-known tax credit that expired at the end of 2016 in the U.S. has made a retroactive return. Up until December 31st, 2016, you were able to claim a 30% tax credit of up to $1,000 on the cost of installing an alternate fuel vehicle refueling point, or for those of us with an EV, installing an outlet to charge our cars. There are also provisions in the law to allow for various credits for 2- or 3-wheeled electric vehicles or fuel cell vehicles as well. On the 9th, Congress made actions to restore several tax credits, including this one that was restored retroactively. I actually had my charging infrastructure installed in my garage in 2016, even without a car, for exactly this reason, knowing that the credit was expiring at the end of that year, and there was no guarantee of renewal. No word yet on whether there's any plans to reinstate the plan so that everyone knows about it ahead of time for 2018. So congrats to those of you that lucked out and get some free money from the tax change for 2017. Next up, we have some software update news, both for the Model 3 and for the app. We'll start with news from Model 3 Owners Club that gives us the lowdown on a couple of updates for Model 3 in Software 2018.4. Firstly, Model 3 owners can finally get to their owner's manual from the touchscreen of the car. Going to the Controls menu, then the Service tab will give you the button to tap for the owner's manual. In addition to this, owners also now have what I believe to be a grossly overlooked feature missing from the car until now. Owners may now manage the app keys that are paired with the car. Before, there was apparently no ability to do this. Tapping the Controls menu and then selecting the Locks tab will give you a list of all keys paired to the car. If you've lost a phone, sold a phone, or simply wish to revoke access to your car that you've previously given to someone, simply go here and tap the trash can for each key you'd like to remove. On the app side, 3.3.1 of the app has went out and gives us some new cold weather features. The first requirement here is that your car will need the aforementioned 2018.4 software to take advantage of this. If you've got both updates, and I don't, so I can't report firsthand, the car's preconditioning feature will kick on seat heaters and defrosters for your convenience. If you have the Sub-Zero package equipped on your car, your heated steering wheel and wiper blades will also be activated. When you return to your car and start your next drive, the climate settings that were in effect before preconditioning started will be restored. I did reach out via Twitter to Elon and Tesla to clarify exactly what was meant by preconditioning. As the cars do have what is called a smart preconditioning feature, I wanted to ensure that this wasn't restricted to that. While I assume it is for any activation of preconditioning, you know what happens when you assume. Lastly tonight, Electrek also reports that Tesla has assembled the troops yet again in Connecticut and is trying to knock down the door again to be allowed to sell directly in the state for the 4th straight year. We already know that the State Dealers Association there won't take this lying down, so if you're a Connecticut resident out there, make sure you make your voice known early and often that you support Tesla's ability to sell direct in the state. Maybe, just maybe, we can knock another state or two off the list in 2018. Make sure you check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, please consider supporting the show financially through Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks so much to the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltower, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Quindici, John Rich, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Raymer Brown, and Megawatt Photovoltaic Development. If you can't support the show with dollars, be sure to show your love with positive reviews and subscriptions on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet. That's it for tonight. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. I'll see everyone back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.